the way I move, the cut of my hair. But these squares are cool, they're nobody's fool. People call them the perfect squares, square numbers. You take any whole number, multiply it by itself. Find the product if you can. You'll see it's a perfect square, square number. 1 times 1, 4. 2 times 2, 9. 3 times 3.
That's an uncomfortable position. Could you help me up? Thank you.
Perfect squares are hipper than hip. They're the numbers of the hour. All you got to do is take a whole number, raise it to the second power. 16, 4 squares.
36.
6 squares.
14.
2 times 7.
Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute.
What's wrong, brother?
14 is not a square number.
Oh, brother, I know it is. I know 2 times 7 equals 14.
Yeah, 2 times 7, not 2 times 2, not 7 times 7. That's 14 and not a square number, man.
Oh, but I want it to be a square number.
Okay, keep cool, man. Now you're a square number. You see, that's 144, 12 times 12. Square number.
Thank you, man.
Don't mention it, man. This won't call a big man.
You're a square number.
These squares are stars, they're gonna go far. They can do an amazing thing. Arrange the stars in equal rows. You can make a square. Look in the air. 4. 9. 3 squares. 16. 4 squares.
Well, I'm no dope. You can tell I got the steps, I got the flair. But my funky stand will never hold a candle to my friends, the perfect square.
25. 5 times 5, 100.
10 times 10.
10,000.
100 times 164.
8 squares. 36. 6 squares.
I did it again. I don't think I can move. Help. Help. I think I'll rip my pants. This is a very awkward position. Hey, don't flip. Oh, wait. I'm moving. I'm moving.
Hi! Nice day, isn't it? Look, I hope you don't mind me asking, but,
I'm painting what I see.
oh, are you copying those pictures over there on the wall?
I'm painting what I see.
Gee, there sure are a lot of squares. Did you get that dot over there in the corner? I guess you did.
I'm painting what I see.
Look, lady, would you mind if I took a look?
Take a look. It is finished.
Oh, gee, great. Say, what is this?
I told you. I painted what I saw.
This is what she saw? Maybe I see it too. Do you?
We take you now to the ancient city of Troy, where the great Trojan War has been raging for many months.
O noble and worthy enemy, it is I, Donoshu of Athens. Open the gates, you lily-livered cowards!
Right! Fascists!
I warn you, I'm losing my patience, you pusillanimous piddlywinks!
Sticks and stones may break our bones.
Hey!
Did he say hey?
7 weeks, I've been trying to storm this castle. My army's getting restless. I'm getting hungry. I trade all my medals for a plan to get inside. This better be good.
Sir, Herbivorous of Horsen, sir, reporting for duty with a plan.
Did he say plan?
All right, I know what you're thinking. He's just a peasant, but this plan is inspired. It's foolproof. It's simply marvelous.
Do you want to see it? Of course, I want to see your plan. This could be just the thing I'm looking for. Something memorable. Something that will go down in history as the Trojan Pie. Pie?
Pie.
It looks like a huge slice of blueberry pie.
That's the trick. We hide inside the pie.
Inside the pie.
Then we push it up to the castle gates. They can't resist. They are really, really hungry.
Starving.
Right. They yank it inside, and while they're looking around for some ice cream to go with it, we sneak out of the pie, and we take over.
And that's the plan.
It's risky, I know.
Forget risky, it's messy. Plus, it'll never work. Our entire army of 36 men bouncing around in all that boysenberry, poking each other with their spears and arrows. And plus, the big problem is, how would we fit? What formation would we stand in?
Well, the pie slice is like a triangle, so perhaps we should think in terms of triangular numbers.
What kind of numbers?
Triangular numbers. You can't be ignorant.
Nuts! Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, look. If we put 3 dots up, like this, they form a triangle. So 3 is a triangular number.
Oh, yeah, sure. I knew that.
Now, if we add 3 more dots to the bottom of the triangle, it makes a bigger triangle. This time with a total of 6 dots. So 6 is also a triangular number.
But can he bake a cherry pie?
So, to make another row, we add 4 dots. This time with a total of 10 dots in all.
So, 3, 6, and 10 are triangular numbers because they form a triangular pattern.
By adding more rows to the bottom of the triangle, the numbers increase. Each row has 1 more dot.
But it still won't work unless by some small chance you're telling me 36 is a triangular number.
10 plus 5 is 15. Now 15 plus 6 is 21. 21 plus 7 is 28. And 28 plus 8 is
36. Our whole army will fit into the pie, with me in front as number 1, of course. Well, what are we standing around waiting for? Break out the yeast! Break out the flour! I'm so glad I didn't say eggs.
Oh, there you are. Say, I finally figured out what this painting was all about. Instead of painting squares, you were painting square numbers.
I paint what I see.
What are you working on now, huh?
Something completely different.
Would you mind if I,
Go where?
took a peek?
Fix the whole thing. It's finished.
More numbers.
I paint what I see.
I think I see it too. Do you?
Hey, Tempest. half 100 people try to make an entire meal out of one chicken. A thirsty 50.
Cynthia! Oh, what do you call 2.5 dozen kids who've been camping in the mud for a week and haven't taken a bath?
2.5 dozen?
Yeah.
I'd call them the Dirty 30.
You would.
Did Rudyard Kipling say that?
I don't know. Do you like Kipling?
Actually, I've never kibbled.
And nominated for worst joke of the century, who goes to sleep with rulers?
Kings and queens.
Who else?
I slept with a ruler once.
Why?
Well, I didn't have a clock and I wanted to know how long I slept. Isn't that how everybody does it?
Is that a bubblegum joke? Oh, Larry, what kind of mathematics do dentists do?
Gee, I don't know, Louisa. What kind of mathematics do dentists do?
Oh, square root canal. I used to go boating on the root canal.
Arturo.
Yeah, Bev.
Hey, riddle me this, Batman.
Okay.
What is 4 plus 4?
8.
Ooh, you're so smart. Crystal ball, open up.
Hi,
Right. What is 5 plus 3?
8. Is that enough?
Ooh, you're so smart. Reginald!
Yeah.
Yes, what is 6 plus 2?
8.
Okay, be ready now. What is an empty candy bar wrapper?
Eaten.
You should be sent to your room.
Hey there!
Go away.
But I just wanted to tell you that I understand the meaning of your paintings now. Square numbers, triangular numbers. Boy, you sure have a unique way of looking at things.
I paint what I see.
What are you working on now? Pentagonal numbers? Hexagonal numbers, huh?
It's nothing like that. It is a portrait, my masterpiece.
Whoa, a portrait, huh? Of whom?
Of you.
Say, you don't like me very much, do you?
I paint what I see.
Me. A square. I'm telling you, I don't get no respect.
This just in. A square number is a product of some number and itself, and not one that dresses funny, as has been previously reported. Film at 11.
And now it's just about time for a game show for the brain. But who's multiplying? Starring our host, the one and only, the inimitable, the bigger-than-life person, and what a guy, Larry Cedar.
Welcome to the show, everyone. It's great to have you here. Everyone out there in multiplication land, welcome to But Who's Multiplying. We have a very exciting game for you today. I can just feel it. Let's bring up our first 2 contestants. Give them a big hand. Come on up, guys. Yes. All right. Playing blue today is...
Michael.
Michael, you ready to multiply? Are you sure? 2 times 4.
8.
Oh, he's in there. All right. Michael's going to be playing blue, and playing red is...
Arturo.
Arturo, how you feeling today?
Fine.
You feeling like you can do it?
Yeah.
3 times 5?
15.
He's in there. All right. Michael, Arturo, let's turn around and talk about the rules of the game. This is the big board. Now, the object of the game is to cover 3 squares in a row with your color, either horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. Now, the numbers on the big board represent the product you get when you multiply 2 numbers from the factor board together. For example, there's a ring on the 4 and there's a ring on the 5. What number can you cover on the big board?
20.
20, and that's what it's going to look like right there. Now, the player who goes first moves both rings and announces the product. After that, the next player can only move the ring that is his color and call out the score. Now, he can move it anywhere on the factor board. You have 15 seconds to make your move and call out the answer. If you don't do it in 15 seconds, you'll hear this, which means you ran out of time. Also, if you call out the wrong answer or product, or if you call out a product that's already been covered on the board, you will hear this, which means you made a mistake. Now, if you run out of time or make a mistake, you'll lose your turn. Your opponent gets to move both rings. The first player to win 2 rounds wins the game. So, are you ready to play?
Yep.
Red goes first. There, you got 2 rings. I'll get out of your way here. Are you guys ready to cheer him on?
Yeah!
All right, ready, red, go. 42 red. 30 blue. 40 red.
32.
What's that? 32 blue. 28 red.
35.
35 blue. Whoa! We have a winner. Congratulations, we have a winner in round one. It's Michael. That means that Arturo, you get both rings and you get to start the second round. Now, if you don't win this, you're going to lose it, but you could tie it up. So let's get ready. The board is clear and red, go.
Come on, 20.
20 red. 12 blue. 18 red. 24 blue. 16 red. Woo! Wait a minute. Oh. Yeah. All right. It's all tied up. You guys are doing sensational. We have a tie game. The next game is the tiebreaker. Blue goes first. You get to move both rings. This is it. Blue, go.
16.
16 blue.
20.
20 red. 30 blue. 12 red. 8 blue. 28 red. Whoa! We have a winner. I'm sorry, blue team. It was real close, but I got to tell you, Arturo, you did a sensational job. Congratulations. You won the game because you won 2 rounds first. For that, you get a Square One TV calculator. Congratulations. And to the red team, congratulations. And to you, Michael, you played sensationally. So we're going to give you a Square One TV t-shirt. Thanks for playing. This was a great game. You guys were sensational. Thanks for playing with us, and we'll see you next time on But Who's Multiplying? See you later.
The story you are about to see is a fib, but it's short. The names are made up, but the problems are real.
7:43 a.m. and early in Los Angeles, but I couldn't sleep. We were working the day watch out of Mathnet. My partner is George Frankly, and frankly, George was in a lot of sores. The boss is Thad Green. My name is Monday. I'm a mathematician. Evidence had mounted up against George to the point that it looked as if he had committed a bank robbery in Los Angeles while he claimed to be on vacation in the Great North Woods. We decided to look at scenes from yesterday's show to refresh our memories. When you go back over the facts, sometimes you can find something you missed that can help you solve a problem. We desperately hoped so. By checking the mileage on his car, we hoped we could prove George could not have been in Los Angeles at the time of the bank robbery.
Is that a copy of the bill, Krusty?
Here's the mileage when you left here last Saturday evening.
68,849 miles.
I told him to get rid of her when she hit 20,000.
So if you drove about 150 miles up and about 150 miles back...
150 plus 150 is 300 miles, plus a little driving around for the past 2 days, just from home to the office.
So let's say you drove another 20 miles. That's a total of about 320 miles.
If we add those miles to the miles on the odometer, what was it again, Krusty?
68,849 miles.
68,849 miles plus 320 miles is...
About 69,170 miles.
So that's the mileage you should have on your odometer? No more. $69,480. That's more than 300 miles too much. I could have driven up and back twice. Morning, Kate. You're here awfully early this morning. Couldn't sleep. I've been worrying about the case against you.
That's good of you. To worry about me, I mean.
What are friends for? Listen, George, let's look at the facts. All the evidence says that you robbed the next to the last national bank.
I know.
So that leaves us with 2 alternatives. One is that you did it.
Uh-huh. And the other is?
Somebody wants to make us think you did it.
And whoever that is has done a heck of a good job.
But who'd want to do a thing like that?
It would have to be somebody who's pretty mad at me, I guess.
Has anybody ever threatened you or vowed to get even with you for something?
No. Mr. Beasley, my right side neighbor, got kind of mad when I ran over his lawnmower.
Was he angry enough to do this to you?
No, I don't think so. I guess I could ask him, but he isn't speaking to me.
When did it happen?
1974 or 5.
Who else? Maybe somebody you sent to prison.
That's possible, I guess.
Debbie, it's Kate. Could you do me a favor? Can you check your computer database and pull a list of all the people that George has arrested in his career and give me the disposition of the cases? Thanks.
You think somebody I sent over might want to get back at me?
Could be.
I bet a lot of them were pretty mad.
Monday. Right away, Chief.
Good morning, mathematicians. Are you ready for the preliminary hearing this afternoon?
We're still trying to prove George is innocent. If we could just find the pilot from Fishmonger Airlines, we could show that George couldn't have done it.
You do believe me, don't you, Chief? Of course I do, but unfortunately, it doesn't matter what I believe. It's what the judge thinks, and he's a tough one.
Who is it?
Judge Hoffman.
The hanging judge?
That's the one. He's got a reputation for being fair, but very tough. I'm pulling for you, George. If there's anything I can do, let me know.
Thank you, Chief.
I hope this helps, guys.
What'd you find, Debbie?
George has sent 127 people to prison.
That's a lot of notches on my calculator.
What do you know about them?
Some have been paroled, and some are still serving their sentences. 94 people are still in jail. That leaves 33 people to account for.
And?
31 people have been paroled. 31 from 33, 2.
You mean 2 people haven't been accounted for?
Do you know who they are?
2 brothers.
2 brothers?
I remember them. The brothers Karamazov. Or was it Karamazov?
Those are the 2. They escaped from state prison about 6 months ago.
What were they in for?
Computer crime.
Debbie, can you call the warden at the state prison and see if he can tell us more about the brothers Karamazov?
Or Karamazov.
Sure thing, Kate.
Do you remember the case?
Oh, sure. It was just before you joined the force, Kate. They tapped into a bank's computer system and changed their balance.
What?
I'll show you. One of the brothers, Irving Karamazov,
Or Karamazov.
would go to a branch bank and deposit $100. Then, after the deposit, Jake Karamazov
Or Karamazov.
would get on his home computer and change the balance to $10,000.
So, the bank records got changed and the account showed that instead of $100, they had $10,000.
Right. Then after a couple of days, they would withdraw $9,900. Now, the account showed that it still contained the original $100. Pretty ingenious, huh?
Very. How long did they get away with it?
For a total of about $500,000, the bank examiners knew there was money missing, but they couldn't trace it.
How'd you catch them?
I set a trap. I programmed the bank's computer to check on all large computer transactions. We caught the brothers on their very next move.
And they went to prison?
Yep, doing 7 to 10 on grand larceny.
The warden wasn't much help.
How so?
He said they were model prisoners, and everybody was very surprised when they didn't show up for breakfast one morning.
How did they escape?
The warden said they were very involved in the prison theater program, you know, putting on plays and readings.
Uh-huh.
6 months ago, during a production of The Pirates of Penzance, Jake was playing the Inspector General, and Irving was the captain of police. After the first act, dressed in their uniforms, they walked right out.
The guards didn't realize they were in disguise?
Nope. They simply walked out of the prison of freedom. By the time they were missed, it was too late. They've been on the 10 most wanted list ever since.
Then I'm afraid it's unlikely we're going to find them by this afternoon.
Even if we did, there's no proof they're behind this.
It's true.
Have you ever heard from them again, George?
Well, not for a while. At first, I used to get threatening letters and postcards saying they were going to get me if it was the last thing they'd do. But that stopped about 6 months ago.
That's about when they escaped.
And they wouldn't send you any more threats because you could trace the postmark and know what area they were in. George, why didn't you ever tell me you were getting threatening letters?
I didn't take them very seriously.
Why not?
The writers were in prison, Kate. They got to be so regular, they were just addressed to occupants. I didn't even read most of them.
It's getting to be about that time, George.
Who's your attorney, George?
My attorney? Me, of course. I once played the famous lawyer Clarence Darrow in the play Inherit the Wind when I was in college.
Were you any good?
Well, not very. We kind of reworked the play. In the original version, John Thomas Scopes, my client, is set free. In our production, you got the chair.
All rise.
The 13th District Court is now in session. The Honorable Herman Hoffman presiding.
Round it off to the nearest 10.
We're going to do something that requires mentalism.
Ooh.
Is the man who gave you that note in this courtroom? And if so, would you please point him out?
Yes, sir. He is right there. The one who looks like a real estate salesman.
100% of Square One TV is a production of the Children's Television Workshop. This program was made possible by grants from the National Science Foundation,